In the early 20th century, quiet rumors drifted along America's railroad lines. They spoke of a silent figure who moved from town to town under cover of night. Wherever he appeared, entire families were discovered at dawn, taken in their sleep by an axe borrowed from their own shed. He always sealed the windows and draped cloth over every mirror, as though he could not bear the thought of being watched by the living or by something beyond the glass. Those dark whispers finally reached Iowa in the warm June of 1912. The town was Villisca, a peaceful farming community of about 2,000 people surrounded by endless cornfields. Life there was slow and trusting. Doors remained unlocked, and Sunday evenings brought families strolling home from church together. On the 9th of June, Josiah and Sarah Moore returned from the Presbyterian Church's Joyful Children's Day program. With them were their 4 children, Herman, Catherine, Boyd, and little Paul, along with 2 young guests, the Stillinger sisters, Lena and Ina. The evening had been filled with songs and laughter. Tired but happy, the group shared a late supper, said their prayers, and headed to bed. Josiah and Sarah retired upstairs. The Moore children settled into the room next door. Lena and Ina took the downstairs guest bedroom. By 10 o'clock, every lamp was out, and the house lay in perfect quiet. That night, however, Villisca was wrapped in an unnatural darkness. A dispute with the electric company had shut off every street light and house light in town. There were no glowing windows, no comforting pools of light along the roads, only faint moonlight and a heavy, endless silence. In that blackness, someone watched the Moore house. He slipped silently through an unlocked door, moving with the calm patience of someone who had done this before. In the backyard shed, he found Josiah's axe, its handle worn smooth from years of honest work. Then he waited inside the house while the family slept. When the moment came, he climbed the stairs. Josiah and Sarah never woke. The children were taken next, one by one, without a single sound escaping into the night. Downstairs, 12-year-old Lena may have sensed danger in her sleep. Later evidence suggested she fought briefly and desperately, but in the end, silence claimed her as well. 8 lives, 6 of them children, were gone before the stars began to fade. Yet the intruder did not leave. He stayed for hours, moving calmly through the rooms. He pulled every curtain tight and draped blankets over each mirror as though terrified of his own reflection or of something staring back from the glass. He helped himself to food from the pantry and, in one bizarre act, left a slab of bacon in the bedroom beside the axe, a mocking detail that has puzzled investigators for over a century. When he was done, he washed his hands, climbed into the attic to rest, and slipped away with the approaching dawn. The next morning, neighbor Mary Peckham noticed the house was unnaturally still. No chimney smoke, no children's voices, no sign of life. By 8 o'clock, her worry led her to alert Josiah's brother. He entered the home and discovered a scene of unimaginable horror. News spread like wildfire. Reporters and lawmen flooded the quiet town. Suspects emerged quickly. A traveling preacher with disturbing habits, jealous locals, drifters seen near the railroad tracks. The name that lingered longest was Paul Muller, a scarred transient some believed responsible for similar killings along the rails. Trials followed filled with dramatic accusations, but no one was ever convicted. The case remains unsolved to this day. The white Victorian house still stands today, preserved as a museum and known as one of America's most haunted places. Visitors describe a heavy, oppressive atmosphere, as though the sorrow of that night never left. They hear faint children's laughter that suddenly stops, footsteps crossing empty rooms, doors slamming on their own, shadowy figures appear at the edges of vision. Cold spots chill the bedrooms where the children and Stillinger girls once slept. Toys move by unseen hands and recorders capture distant, pleading whispers. Many believe that absolute darkness tore open a veil Villisca has never been able to close. So as you drift toward sleep tonight, remember those quiet streets and the shadow that walked through an unlocked door. Sweet dreams, fellow Iowans, and perhaps, just for tonight, leave a light on.